Today on the channel, we're taking a look at two Jakks Classic Superstars Ringside Collectible exclusives in Sensational Sherri and Goldust.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got two Ringside Collectible Jakks Classic Superstars exclusives with Sensational Sherri and Goldust. But remember, for all your Ringside Collectible exclusives and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get the deal out there. And today we travel back to the year 2009. Oh, what a time to be alive 2009 was. An action-packed year in action figures and a year of changes, as 2009 was the last year Jakks Classic Superstars were in existence, as 2010, of course, Mattel did take over the line. And I remember when 2009 rolled around and word was WWE was jumping to Mattel, I said, oh, I can't believe my beloved Classic Superstars line is ending. Well, I guess I'm done with action figures. I was just getting married. I was getting married in early 2010, having my first kid in 2011, and I said, you know what? It's great. I'm going to save all this money I'll put towards that, and that's the way it went shortly, because then I saw the Ultimate Warrior Legends figure, brought me back into this madness, and here we are all these years later. But 2009 was the end of the Jakks Classic Superstars line. And some figures, as things got shuffled, things got missed, things got canceled, some figures went by the wayside, some figures had to find different homes. And that's where we come into Sensational Sherri, who we're going to talk about first here. As Sensational Sherri was earmarked for the original line, then she was canceled. And a lot of us online at the time, the wrestling figures message board, things like that, there was a lot of disappointment because a lot of us wanted this Sensational Sherri figure really bad in our collections, of course. This is a great Sensational Sherri. Pairs well on her own, pairs well with the Macho Man, pairs well with Ted DiBiase. Choose your own Sensational Sherri adventure. But a lot of us wanted this. It was canceled, and then a couple of months later, I remember like 2 or 3 months later, all of a sudden it was a Classic Superstars Ringside Collectible exclusive. So I was happy they did get this back out into circulation for us all, as it is a very strong Sensational Sherri. And up until recently, I did display this with my Mattel Ted DiBiase figure, actually. But it is Sensational Sherri. Got a little soft goods dress going on. No extra accessories besides that. You do get the Ringside Collectible exclusive sticker. Always do like to see that on packaging. You get Sensational Sherri on the side, looking only like Sensational Sherri could look. You got Sherri on the side, just straight up Sherri. There it is. And then on the back of the package, you get the glamour shot, a little bit of a tail of tape, a little bit of blurbage. Series 27 cross-sell. We'll talk about that, I guess, the UPCs and the warnings. Let's see who was in Series 27. You got the Warlord, you got the Barbarian, you got the Big Show, Sergeant Slaughter, Steve Blackman, Goldberg, Kona Crush, and Evil Doink the Clown. Sherri, just Sherri. Height 5'7", finishing move sleeper hold, titles WWE Hall of Fame. Scary Sherri, as she was known on the old playground. It's funny how they called her Scary Sherri, and Brutus Beefcake and Hogan would call her ugly and all this stuff. And it's like you believed it in your mind as a little kid. And all these years later, you're like, man, Sensational Sherri was actually kind of hot. At least that's how I always felt. So Sensational Sherri, quite the looker, I thought, later on in life. Little did I know when I was a little kid. But of course, she tragically did pass away. But she did fortunately get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame before she did pass away. So she got some of that going on there. Sensational Sherri exclusive, WrestlingFigures.com. Once again, use discount code Kyle, save 10%. It's exactly where I purchased this from way back in the day. But let's pull it off over to the side here, because you know I came prepared with a loose sample already ready to go. She's got a nice little shawl around her. Oh, somebody calls shawl, y'all. I guess if you're from the Midwest, you might know what that means, but you got the shawl around the top here. Of course, the black dress. I don't know, what do you call these, doilies down at the bottom? Looks like something a grandma would, sew together or something. But it's all black attack here. Even black gloves on Sensational Sherri. A fabulous head sculpt all day long. You could set your watch if I had a watch. Does anybody wear watches anymore? Not really. But you could set your watch to this Sensational Sherri. A beautiful head sculpt. Love the makeup on here, everything else. Of course, this is your typical Jakks female body type. They only had one body mold. They'd switch the hands around, maybe switch the feet, and that's about all you were going to get. But she does have her high heels on. Black boots, of course, the skirt going there. She's got some black underwear on. Good for her. She came to play. And then she does have a black top underneath the soft goods, but you would never remove the soft goods on this. It's just too good. Of course, articulation is just like any other figure. A little bit limited by her doily shawl going on, but the arms do go around. Single jointed elbows, back and forth, side to side on the hands, head back and forth, waist articulation, legs go up, bend at the knee, ankles back and forth. So pretty much your Goldust articulation. All your articulation is just how it's done here. But a very good representation of Sensational Sherri. And like I said, you could very easily put this figure in with your Mattels, and it does work. And that's what I've done for a long, long time. I've got to think Mattel, one of these days, will give us a Sensational Sherri like this. I just have to think it'll happen. I think there's still a few Sherri looks we could get, and I'm here for all of those. So Sensational Sherri looking really, really good. Classic Superstars Ringside Collectible exclusive. Now we turn our attention to another Ringside Collectibles exclusive in Goldust. And when the pantheon of exclusives, be it Ringside Collectibles, Ringside Fest, Pro Figures, you name it, out of all the exclusives, there's a lot of people that says this is the number one, as this is possibly, in a lot of people's mind, and definitely in my mind, the number one Goldust figure of all time. This is the best Goldust figure of all time, where I sit, of course, right here at this table. But fabulous packaging. It feels like classic Superstars, but you got the gold trim, the kind of mirror packaging here. Just absolutely fabulous. You got Goldust right there. That's what he looks like under the robe. It's almost a little bit of a reuse from some of the Ruthless Aggression Goldust we've had in the past. However, we did get a new head sculpt with this that we're going to see here in a second. You got Goldust on the side looking good. Beautiful soft goods robe. The beautiful wig we get with the Goldust figures. The only time ever the Intercontinental title in the gold strap. This is the only chance to ever get it. So it was in this pack as well. Just next level. Looking absolutely beautiful here. On the back, you got Goldust, looking only like a Goldust could look. Cross-sell, tell the tape, the blurb, UPC's warnings, it's all back there. Let's see, what's it say about our friend Goldust? Of course, Shattered Dreams exclusive, Ringside exclusive. Exclusive is what this is. Goldust, 260 pounds, 6'6". Finishing move, the old curtain call. Titles, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion. And as of filming right here in March 2023, he is still wrestling, of course, in AEW as Dustin Rhodes. Some might call him the Natural, and I used to call him that, and guess what? I still do call him that. But I'm going to put that to the side because I got that Goldust right here. And like I said, just looking awesome. The title belt is so cool. Goldust Pacific. Very, very cool title belt. Absolutely do love this. Then you get a nice soft goods robe. It's your typical robe on steroids, I guess you call it. You got the fringe all over the place, the extra cloth, looking really nice. Goldust on the back. Just an absolutely fabulous looking version of Goldust. Now, what sets this apart from some of the other Ruthless Aggression Goldust? Obviously the belt. It's obviously the robe. He does get the wig with some other ones, but it's the head sculpt on this one. This is a little bit more pudgier time for old Dustin Rhodes. He's got kind of that turkey neck going on, and they got that into the sculpt here, where a lot of the other figures are kind of have the tight jawline and everything else. Not this one. This is a little chunkier Dustin Rhodes here. So I thought that was a nice attention to detail, and this head sculpt being different really does set this one apart from some of the counterparts of Goldust that were in the Ring Rages, Ruthless Aggression, Treacherous Trios, those kind of lines as well. But absolutely fabulous. All the same articulation we saw with Sensational Sherri. Just a very, very good figure. And like I said, this is my number one Goldust figure of all time. Yes, it beats out the Deluxe Aggressions, the other Ruthless Aggressions. It beats out the Mattel Retro. It beats out the Mattel Elites and the Mattel Basics as well. And it also topples over the AEW Jazzwares figures of recent times. Just an absolute stunner of a figure. Down to the packaging, the accessories, and the figure itself. Just next level Goldust. Love the attention to detail that was given to this figure. And it's always interesting with some of these exclusives from Jakks back in the day. How come this Goldust got so much love to it? And some other ones, like, let's pick on the Ringside Fest Yokozuna. Why didn't that get a little bit more love? Why didn't it get the classic packaging and cool stuff like that? I don't know. It's one of those questions I guess we'll probably never get to the answer for. We might have to call our old friend Jesse Ventura for some help. I don't know. Maybe that's the only way we'll get to the bottom of this conspiracy theory.
You ever wonder if they're watching your every move? Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it.
But something tells me not even Uncle Jesse could help us through this pain and suffering we're in right now. But who knows? But what are your guys' thoughts on this Sensational Sherri and this Goldust figure? Did you own them? Do you own them? Did you even know about them? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day, and then some. Oh yes, and then some. Even more content for you, including early access to videos like these over on the Patreon channel. And the Patreon is truly your best way to support the channel and all of its content. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and then don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Sensational Sherri and Goldust, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.